And we are back. Jared, what episode is it?
Oh,
Gotcha.
73.
Got him
64.
63. Good try.
Ah,
no,
no,
both
it
you
was
wrong.
10 off.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 off.
Anyways, we're back here after a thrilling week of the Pro Bowl games. No.
That's your intro?
Nobody? No, crickets? I don't even think I have a cricket sound effect, guys. So you really make it work. No, I don't have a cricket sound effect. I'll have to talk, see if I can get that added.
It's just not a factual statement.
NFC wins. Eli Manning, a winner. Nobody?
Okay.
No, nobody watched. Did you guys even watch it?
No.
Nope.
I had it on.
I said
Not
the
that
only
easy.
things I need to see are the highlights that come out of it, and those are on social media.
Peyton Manning was complaining after the game. I haven't seen. Yeah, no.
I saw that.
No.
Yeah, I saw the video of
Is
that.
that enough Pro Bowl?
Yeah, we can move on.
Anything else to talk about? Or
Well, I want
There's,
to.
there's a Super Bowl this week, so why
What?
don't we talk about that?
But what about Dalton
when is that,
Varsho in the
Zach?
back
When is
here?
that?
Oh,
The Super Bowl?
Yeah, when is
I
that?
think it's tomorrow on Wednesday. I think.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah,
Like a
It's
8:30 or so.
8:30. Yeah, 8:30.
I heard they're moving it to
Yeah.
Peacock. I heard you need a Peacock to watch.
I heard they're moving it to
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Really?
Jared,
That'd be no.
no, you didn't have to bring that up.
Think about
You
that. The
really
slime
didn't.
bowl. Oh, and they bring like an actual like slime and what
Why
about
did
think
I
about
say
like a
such a
massive
thing?
slime?
My bad,
All
Zach.
fans
Yeah,
get
Jared,
slimed.
come on.
My bad. My bad.
You do
Should've
not
known
bring up
what was gonna
Nickelodeon
happen.
Yeah,
when I'm here. No, but honestly, Super Bowl here, the grand finale, the exhibition game, one might say, right?
One. Yeah, one.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
say.
joking.
No one else. Just one.
All jokes aside, OW Sports, we've been in talks with them. Hopefully, we can get them on in a few weeks here. But, yeah, the over under again 51. Nothing has moved from last week. You know, Jared, we were talking about it. Over under 51. The line then Philly -1.5. Zach, I don't know if you caught it last week, but Jared,
Nah, I think
Jared, I
going
was
for
like,
that.
okay, I was like, Jared, I need you to make the books here. And Jared's book was minus, what was it, a half point Philly or 2.5 Philly?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then his over under was like 54, 52. It was very close.
Yeah. I said the only reason that it was going to be like closer is because Vegas loves the Chiefs. So I thought Eagles would be favored, but I didn't want to do too much. So I thought it was like 1.5 or 2 or something around there.
So you think Eagles win?
Yeah, I got Eagles.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I'm going back and forth.
I'm not. I've never thought the Chiefs for 1 second.
What do you think, Zach?
Me? I'm
He's
taking
gonna say
the
Chiefs.
Panthers.
It's a good
I
pick.
think they still got a chance. No, I'm
Wait,
taking
Collins team?
yeah, Eagles. I'm taking Eagles.
I'm taking Chiefs. I thought I was like, okay, this Eagles team. I feel like this Eagles team's a better team. I do.
On paper,
But-
the second best team in the league.
Second
well,
best to who?
49ers.
49ers?
Oh, I really
far.
think so.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
I think
After
Eagles are the
last
best
week?
team on paper. No, I think Eagles are the best team on paper.
Healthy teams. Healthy 49ers is better than healthy Eagles.
So you
But-
think if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, the 49ers would have won?
I'm gonna say with Trey Lance. Well, yeah, they would have won that game, but on paper
But
doesn't
with
always
Jimmy
equate
G.
to
With Jimmy
performance.
G.
No, the 49ers don't win that game. No. Eagles still got that. On paper is different than performance. Look at the Colts
Totally
this
agree.
year.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't agree.
Why don't you agree? What do you mean?
They sucked on paper and performance.
No, they did not, Zach. Going in, they had the best offensive line over the last 3 years. Their defense was solid. They had 7 Pro Bowlers
Hold
the year before. No, don't cut me off. No. They had Jonathan Taylor, leading rusher of the year, Matt Ryan coming over, who looked promising, solid receivers. We both agreed, me and you, that Pittman was top 15, maybe even top 10. On paper, they looked amazing. Don't even say that.
No, okay. Nobody look at the timestamp. Guess how long it took Jared to bring up Colts in this episode?
4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, Zach,
No.
don't look at the timestamp. Here's Zach. Like,
Yeah. It
No,
took him
it was-
4
it was a
minutes
good
and
guess.
roughly 10 seconds to bring up the Colts.
If I start saying, God, the Packers are terrible. Oh, they're awful. Aaron Rodgers.
You don't hear us
terrible.
talk about the Packers?
Well, then
We
if you
haven't
bring
brought
it
it up
up,
yet.
then you're going to say something. He brought up the Colts. No, I brought up the Colts.
You brought up the Colts. That's what I'm saying. Well, look at the Packers, Zach. It's a team that we
They
felt,
suck.
went away. Okay, I'm done bothering
No,
Jared for now.
they suck this year.
No, but seriously, and I hate to just give this kind of analysis, but Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, those two, right? Being both the quarterbacks, right? I mean, I think this game is going to be a close one. Vegas agrees, and I do think, if this game comes down the wire, I want the best quarterback in the league. I want the best quarterback to throw the ball, and I think that's Patrick Mahomes. So, that's kind of a big thing for me. But I do agree that this Eagles team, I could see this Eagles defense. I could see the under easily hitting in this one, as well. There's part of me that feels like it could be one of those Super Bowls, but
I don't think so. Not with the Chiefs' pass defense. I think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith go off for 100 yards each.
wow.
Yeah, I think that the score I said was going to be like 34-28 Eagles, or like around there, 34-31. It's going to be close, but I got Eagles by like 3-7.
I mean, Jalen Hurts really did what do you have, 120 yards or something like that on the championship game?
Well, he didn't need to throw.
Yeah, they were up by a lot, but
He was very conservative too with the ball. I mean, grant other than that, like that long play to Smith, right? That probably shouldn't have been. They're very conservative in terms of 5 to 7 yards.
People are making the argument that Jalen Hurts is not 100%, so they don't like him here. Well, he has a shoulder injury. Mahomes is on one leg still. So I'd rather have a quarterback with a shoulder injury than a leg injury, because they're still mobile and they can still run the ball.
really, I'd rather have a quarterback that has a leg injury.
You think so?
I
So
mean,
he's just
shoulder
he's just a
affects your
pocket passer.
throwing.
Then he's just a pocket passer.
I mean,
Mahomes still ran.
We saw he could still move. Yeah.
Think about the last play, Jared.
Only when he needed to. He wasn't doing it the entire game until he absolutely had.
That's fine. I want Mahomes throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes and Hurts can both throw. They proved that last game. Jalen Hurts didn't have to prove it as much because their team was up by 30.
Yeah, Eagles are winning by.
Yeah.
Is this where you guys go crazy and say like, "Oh, 2 scores, book it"?
No, that's you with the Texans against the Titans or something weird like
that. That's me in like a baseball. There's
Harrison Bryant's getting 60 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns this week. He's gonna have
Jelani
a 25
Woods.
point fantasy week.
Yeah.
Wait, Harrison
Harrison
Bryant, Zack, and the ultimate dud. The dud of the year for me.
Get 0.
Yeah.
Options like, Hawkinson are up there, who wasn't top 5 yet, and say like Pitts when he was still healthy, and he takes like Kate Otten or something. Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Sorry, I knew where you were going with it. Yeah. No, but honestly, in terms of DFS, do you guys like touch this game at all? I struggle with it. Like even like a 5, like where you just pick 5 players, and you get like the multipliers.
No, I'm not touching DFS, but if you go on Prize Picks, not sponsored, but go on Prize Picks, they have so many different bets, like punts within the 20-yard line. Like I think that Brett Kern's punts within the 20-yard line was 0.5. You know how easy that is to hit? 4th down conversions against for the Chiefs defense or for the Eagles defense. The Chiefs convert 1 4th down, they hit. Like that, those are such easy lines, aren't they?
Yeah, but you gotta think how many times are they gonna go for it on 4th down? Like 2, if that.
Yeah, but if they're at the end of the game, a 4th and 1, 4th and inches, QB sneak, there you win.
Yeah.
It's really easy. There was like
for the Eagles?
Yeah, there was like 25 different. They're both 0.5. There was like
Sirianni,
25 different things.
I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, weren't they like they're 100% until week like 16 or something like that. If you follow along with the New Heights, the Kelsey show, they were talking about that.
I mean, you might as well, but I mean, there's like so much to bet on, and you got to think the Super Bowl they're going to go for it. Unless they're like obviously, if they're at the like 50-yard line, they punt. There's a punt within the 20. There's your bet.
So
that one.
So Jared, how much you putting down in this game?
Probably about like 25 or so.
25. All right.
Yeah, not much. I'm
That's
probably
not
gonna
bad.
do like 2 bets or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 for me. I'm a simple man in the Super Bowl.
Scared money don't make no money. Quote Drew.
Drew probably does like 5-cent parlays or something. Just does a crap.
No, he did
ton of them.
$1. He hit on a parlay, won $12 because he bet $1 on it.
Oh my god!
It's
Wow.
like,
Ooh.
Drew, you did. You remember you showed
Oh
us
yeah,
that.
it was on
On
Flip, the
Underdog.
college
Or it was Flip, yeah.
the college basketball
Cliff.
or it was the state of Wisconsin college basketball edition. It was Milwaukee winning a game, Marquette covering a spread, or
Like-
Milwaukee covered a spread, Marquette winning a game, Wisconsin losing, and it was like, yeah,
Wisconsin losing? Really? You bet on that?
well, of course, well, yeah, come on.
This was when they were good though, right?
Why is this like
Um,
the third week in a row we've talked basketball?
Oh, so we need more golf, Zach. It's been nice in like the Milwaukee area. Are you feeling like the golf?
I think it's a little wet yet, but in the future,
Honestly, like
maybe.
sun was out. I just was walking
Drew,
back.
Did
It
you
was
see
dropping 30, 40
Forcon
degrees.
Korkmaz? Forcon Korkmaz demanded a trade.
Yeah. The words demanded were in the report. Might have been. All right. Okay. Let's go back to football. Steve Wilkes, 49ers. I mean, you hate to see D'Amico Ryans go, but again, he gets a 5-6 year deal with Houston. What were your guys' thoughts? Of course, or Carolina not getting Wilkes, but Wilkes going to San Francisco.
Wilkes over Frank Reich. That's what I thought, but whatever. Thought the Panthers would have been
Well,
better with their interim.
Jared, you got some like PTSD or something, but
Frank Reich is terrible,
Reich,
and you can admit that too.
So you got some other things that factor into your decision there.
A few things.
So, like, am I the only one thinking about Jim Bob Cooter too, or no?
Yeah, you're probably the
Yeah.
only one right
Yeah,
now.
probably.
Really? Well, I mean, okay. Just talking about like positions that are left, because right, Wilkes looks from reports like one of the only, if not the only candidate they were really like, going over. Of course, like there's probably other interviews, but that was really the only reported interview and expected now completed hire. Right, Tampa's offensive coordinator spot still available. The Colts head coach. What else is available? Is there offensive coordinator for Houston? Offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator for Denver? I think that's really it then, right?
Ooh.
Oh, and offensive
notification.
coordinator for Ghana too.
Jim
And
Irsay said that their new head coach will be decided
That is
in the coming
late.
days, not hours. Well, I just
Just
got
like
it,
half an
so-
hour late.
Oh my god, a half hour, Zach.
What
That's actually a big
using,
deal.
like the bench report app or something?
no,
Bench
the score
or
app.
Bleacher?
Score
Report?
app.
Score
Bench
app? Yeah,
report.
Bleacher report. You know what I meant.
Bench report. Yeah, I'm using
Yeah,
Bleacher
bench
report.
report.
Actually, that's where it came through. But I'm sure I got a notification from someone.
I have some Twitter notifications on.
I
or
have Twitter
something.
notifications on.
Well,
I-
obviously you don't if you're going to be 30 minutes late.
Well, obviously, I was recording
Well,
a podcast. Drew, I
the-
was
the
not on my
sc-
phone like
Jared.
Zach is always on his phone.
The score app.
I'm on it right
look,
now.
Oh, look at that.
If you use the score app though, you can. I've watched Bernie use it. I don't know why he uses it, but
no, Bernie is the only human on this earth that uses the score app.
like for example, Buck scores.
Hey, let's not talk bad about Bernie. He's been liking our TikTok posts, so
No, the score app works. It's just like I think there's better stuff to use.
10 to 15 minutes late is what you'll see on average.
That
Okay.
was always the joke going around. Whenever we got notification, then his was coming like 10 minutes late. Yeah. So, whatever.
So for position, do we talk Colts head coach? Do we do it? Do we do it?
no.
We do
Nothing
like a
changed
little.
from
Let's
last
move on to
week, right?
off season.
Jeff Saturday is
just do
not going to be our coach,
off-season.
basically. So they're going against that. They said so. That's good news.
Good.
Yeah,
Jeff
that's enough for
Saturday's not
Colts.
going to be.
Well, they said the decision is that's what they said. Their decision is like swaying against Jeff Saturday.
Oh, why is that? Is it the 1-7 record? Was it
Drew,
1-7?
you would have probably put up a 1-7 record too. Like, there's nothing
Oh.
he could have done to change the team.
I'm sorry. I'm
not
not
getting
not
into this
a-
again.
No,
I hate when people
Drew
blame
went
Jeff
0-8.
Saturday.
Drew
You
went
guys-
0-8.
You guys are terrible at putting all the blame on the coach. Brandon Staley, you put
Yeah,
the blame on
Zach,
him.
all your fault.
He's back. No, it's both of you. You guys even thought Mike McCarthy could have been gone. No, like he's fine. Stop putting
When
the
did I
blame
say
on
that?
coaches. You guys both did, and then Jerry Jones said no, he's not. You guys said, who else did you say? Let's think. You said that Cliff Kingsbury should have been gone mid-season. Just because they start losing games, just get them out of there. Like, come
Well,
on. Come on.
Well,
Okay.
that one.
Like,
I
you
think
put way too much
Kingsbury-
blame on coaches. It's
The Kingsbury one's
insane.
the most.
Like, maybe put some blame on Kyler Murray for not having a good season at all.
He was playing decent. Well,
Decent,
Okay.
not from what he was last year. You just put it all on Cliff Kingsbury. Like, yeah, he's not a good coach. He's not the best, but yeah, fire him. They lost 3 games in a row. Like, stop. You just coaches
Yes,
don't have
Jared.
that much of a say on the team performance. Okay, done.
They have a Jim Irsay. Oh. No, nobody.
No one laughed. No one laughed.
No,
No.
nobody. Okay, no, honestly, okay, fine. Off season. Do you guys see Aaron Rodgers isolation right now is kind of the talk on the Pat McAfee show?
It's gonna be
Former
talk-
Colt
no.
Pack.
it's stupid. It's
Where's
just
he going, Zach?
what's the point of even talking about Aaron Rodgers? He's doing the same thing he's done the last 2 off seasons.
So is he going to the Packers? Back to Packers?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Well, it comes out today, Zach. I think it's a fair thing to just bring up. You know, with
Well, it's gonna be the same thing. He needs time to make a decision, which is
Yeah.
understandable, right? Like I'm not knocking him for that. It's a big decision to make, but he needs time to make a decision, and he wants to see what else he has in life. And same thing he was saying last offseason, this offseason before.
I think he just hypes it up. He just wants attention. He's just like, hey, I'm doing this. I'll decide this time. Like, I love Aaron Rodgers, but like, just like make your decision. Like Tom Brady came out one day,
Well,
I'm retiring.
Jared,
Done.
The thing is, like,
You know.
that's a huge decision. So, like, I understand, like, he needs time. It's just the media keeps every single
Well-
little thing, like, the media brings it up and they talk about it. And because, like, I guess that's their job too, but then it just makes into a bigger situation that it really is. Like, he just wants time to decide if he's going to play football another year or not.
I don't think the question is if he's going to play or not. It's just where he's going. It's not his fault. I mean, he was golfing and people are asking him, oh, Devontae wants a new teammate. He needs a neighbor. You know, you going to the
That was the
Jets
other
next
thing.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, he goes to Miami. Oh, how are you playing for the Dolphins next year? Like, wherever he goes, imagine that you go somewhere. I mean, I'm not complaining for Rodgers. He makes millions, whatever. But you go somewhere and everyone's just like, oh, you're in Miami, so you're playing for the Dolphins. The guy can't take a road trip without them
Yeah, I
thinking
know.
that he's playing
Well,
for that team.
Didn't LeBron just come out and say something about, like, not being able to go in public?
basketball.
Yeah, Kwame Brown was right. You don't have a life, you can't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't complain because you make millions, but like, yeah, you want a normal life sometimes. You can't go anywhere without being recognized. But
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you just sign up for as being a professional athlete.
Mhm.
Like, you know it's going to happen.
And it's we usually don't hear a lot of people talk about that. That's why it was pretty cool to see, right? LeBron talk about it. Right, we've seen other athletes in the past. But I guess we
Lil
did
wants
have a
an-
retiree. We had
Lil
AJ
wants a
Green.
Lil wants a normal life. You see those?
No, that was
Yeah.
not good. I'm not even gonna laugh. My
I'll
Jim
laugh at
Irsay
that
was
one.
funnier. My Irsay
No,
one
it
was
wasn't.
funnier.
No, it wasn't. No.
Come on. But AJ Green, Arizona Cardinal, another Arizona Cardinal retires. We of course saw JJ Watt retire, but then AJ Green announced it. That was yesterday. So some other news now in kind of off season mode. It's weird because we still have like a game, but it feels like it's the off season for.
That's why it's just the exhibition game.
Okay. But like cut candidates, of course, those still continue, and Zack still, at J2M Football, you can go see everything that's coming out. Another one I saw came out today, Zach.
Yeah.
Which
we
one
got
of
one
those do you
division
feel-
left?
Yeah.
Only got one
The
division left,
McKenzie
so.
one, I feel like you kind of have to like put someone like, do we really think McKenzie's gonna get cut to save like $2 million on cap?
Probably not. I mean, I think Bills are probably going to be one of those teams that restructures and pushes the cap hits into like the future because they don't have a whole lot of guys where they can save a lot of cap and like just cut them.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, they're tight end cap space. So
Zach, I
They're
want to say something.
21 million under. Sorry.
I was talking to a friend the other day. I mean, you guys know him, Lucas from Chilton, Hallbach.
Yep.
yeah,
Guess what he said? Guess who he said the Bengals should cut?
who?
Joe Mixon.
Oh,
He said he thought they were going to cut Joe Mixon, and I was like,
So-
oh well.
Give
So
me
Drew said
1
too.
minute here.
So Drew
think
might have been
doesn't-
right.
Okay,
Well, I
just because
think
someone
you
else
could
says it
definitely-
doesn't mean they're right.
Well, yeah, I know, but still, like other
No,
people
I
think that too,
realistically
guess.
like that wasn't me trying to go crazy. Like I realistically think Joe Mexico could be cut.
Mhm.
But
Well,
like
I just don't know
again,
what they do with that.
I don't
then.
think they're cutting anyone because they have
'cause they're
35
34
million in
mil,
cap space.
35.
Yeah,
Like that's why
but
again,
hold on.
yes, Zach, we're holding
Okay,
on.
why-
We're holding
Yeah.
on. I'm holding on.
Hold
to my-
on tight.
what are we
Hold on
supposed to-
tight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
they'd
gonna
save
bring up-
about 7 million, but they'd have like 6 million dead cap. That's why, like, I didn't put him down.
Like Tyler Boyd,
mean-
and again, I get your like. We don't need to talk about this every week with the Bengals, but like, I think your choice makes sense too. Like I'm not, I think there's a sizable group or not that big of a group, but I think there's a lot of other teams like Michael Thomas, for example, Keenan Allen. Do we think like those guys have a realistic shot of getting cut? Do we think Keenan Allen's almost a lock?
No,
No.
Eh?
We saw what
I
the
wouldn't say
Chargers
a
look like
lock.
without
Yeah,
both
no
their
way.
receivers. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Chargers,
I think
Chargers do need to they need to figure out something with their weapons because Mike Williams is like 27, so he's got like a few years left, obviously, but
he's right in the
Keenan
prime years.
Allen's 30.
Eckler's 27
Yeah.
too. So I mean, he can be
Their
used as
their
a
weapons are
receiver.
aging, which they got young quarterback, young tackle. So like they have obviously Derwin James, young safety. So they have some young
Asante
guys in key
Samuel.
positions, but
Yeah.
they got to
So-
figure out something with their weapons to help Herbert out.
I think, and this might be me just being a little like cut crazy, but you can move on from Khalil Mack, save 18.4 mil. You can move on from Keenan Allen, save roughly 15 mil, or 33 million. Right now,
But true, these are people that they just signed last year, not Keenan Allen. But
Like
Khalil Mack.
you
Khalil
can't
Mack.
can't just cut people to save cap. Like you still
No.
need a good team. Like
no, I totally get that. I
Like,
totally get that.
cut
but,
Joe
like,
Burrow,
I-
cut Deshaun
I'm not saying
Watson.
they-
You save 200 mil. Like
I'm
you
not saying
know,
they cut
like-
both those guys, but I'm saying one of those guys for sure could go right now minus 20 million cap, and of course there's restructuring. There's other ways this could be done, but looking at Allen's age, looking at his injury history, I don't think maybe I shouldn't say lock, but I feel there's a pretty good chance Keenan Allen gets cut.
I mean, what's their backup?
I like what I saw from Palmer. Again, Mike Williams. There's two receivers right there. I know
Mike Williams can't stay healthy. Palmer hasn't established
signed
himself yet.
Williams to that big
as a two.
extension.
he
they
hasn't
can't cut
proven
him.
himself as a.
No, you got to have a backup plan. Then you got to go out and sign someone for cheap, maybe some.
I think they could
receivers.
they could go receiver in the draft as well. What are they picking? Probably like 16
Probably
or something
middle.
like that.
Yeah,
15,
middle, yeah.
something like that.
So you could get like Johnston. You could get
Do you say
those guys
Gonston?
Once again,
Johnston.
Oh, I heard
once
Gonston.
again,
I was like, who's
you gotta
Gonston?
establish them. You can't just put them into the organization expecting them to be a number 2 on the team.
Oh, totally agree. But I feel like there could
Hold
be
on
some
to
late
Keenan Allen.
late value too, or we mentioned like Kayshawn. Are we gonna say it's Booty or Boutte? Anyone? Someone give
Boutte.
me
I think
I
it's
like
Boutte.
Booty. I like Booty though.
Boutte. Okay, Boutte or like Josh Downs even. Like I don't know.
What if
I
it's
feel-
Bodie? Bodie?
Could be Bodie.
Hold
What if they
on.
just say Booty during the draft? Or it's like Moses Moody.
Basketball. Zach, if you didn't get that.
No.
No? You don't remember that? Well, okay, we talked
Booty.
about one
I'm
of
going with
Zach's
Booty.
teams. Should we just talk about
Hold
Zach's
on.
other team?
Hold on.
Talk
I'm
about all
watching a
Zach's
video of
teams,
how
the
to.
Jets.
I'm watching a video of how to say it.
You're free to do.
Okay, we got to add.
That's
Gotta
an ad,
add.
Zach. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Thank you, Zach.
Booty.
Yes. Okay, Kayshawn Booty it is.
All of Zach's teams have controversy. The 49ers, they
Exactly.
don't know what
that's
their
I'm saying.
or the quarterback. The Chargers, Zach's Chargers don't know their whole coaching situation and what weapons to get. Zach's Jets might get Aaron Rodgers. They don't know their quarterback.
What about
and
Jared's
then-
Dolphins? There's some uncertainty there.
Jared's
Jared's
Dolphins
Colts.
have Tua. Tua's future is pretty bright. Jared's Colts are rebuilding right now. So
Drew's
Zach's got 4
Texans
teams.
are
It's not
still
fair.
looking bad.
No,
so.
there's no way we're
I
putting
think
it
they are
in
your
Texans.
Yeah.
Texans. I think they are your
Chris Moore.
Drew's
Brevin
Texans
Jo-
and
oh,
Drew's
yeah, man.
Buccaneers are both looking pretty bad. So
Drew's Buccaneers because
Buccaneers?
he He bets on.
Yeah.
Why don't
Kate
we just say
Otten.
Drew's tight ends? Can we just like
no,
put me?
no, you
You
get
need
the
a
full team.
The Texans you get because you always bet on them against good teams.
Yeah, Texans and
What about my
Texans,
Jaguars?
Bucks.
Do I get like at least the
No,
Jags?
you don't get the Jaguars.
Oh,
No,
come on.
Zach was higher on the Jags than you were this year.
Drew just likes to take credit.
Yeah,
I talked about them potentially being in the playoffs after week 3.
yeah, but then after week
Happened.
3, after like week 4, you're like, maybe they aren't as good as I thought. They started 1-4 or 1-3.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
No, but Zach, for your Jets, we saw the casualty being Corey Davis. That almost like a lock.
You got
right?
cut?
No.
Oh.
That was your candidate.
I was
No,
like,
sorry.
what?
I was gonna say.
You gotta listen to your
I was
Zach.
like, what?
Yeah.
No,
No,
but
Corey
honestly,
Davis,
it feels.
Yeah.
And again, your cut
The
candidates doesn't mean
Raiders are negative 500 betting odds right now to land Aaron Rodgers.
Are the Packers plus?
Packers
Wow.
are plus 500.
Yeah.
Jets are plus 250.
Oh wow.
value like their turn.
Interesting.
I don't know. I can't really see him going to another team, but he still could. I don't know. I think that
That's plus 250 is not bad.
I think that I like him going to the Raiders just because the reuniting with. I mean, who's their quarterback? Jared Stidham. Are they going to go with that or him? They have the 7th pick. So I saw a trade was Darren Waller and the number 7 for Rodgers.
No, I don't want Waller.
No.
I don't want him.
But then you
Like,
get the number
he's a-
7.
Well, the number 7, yeah, but give me number 7 and like a conditional
I don't-
first next year if he
You're
plays
not
the second
getting that.
year.
You're not getting that. Rodgers is not worth that much. The Jets are going to give up 2
I mean, he's a
firsts.
bad man.
Okay,
Like,
is
what?
Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers worth that, or is it?
Devontae said he wants to play with Rodgers again. So if Rodgers wants to play with
Exactly.
Devontae, he's
So if
going
they
to
don't
the
get-
Raiders.
If they
Packers-
don't get Rodgers, Adams is like, I want out.
So you'd
And
be
that's
mad.
what the
You'd
Raiders
be
gotta
mad
do.
if
gotta
they have
trade
leverage.
Rodgers. If they traded Rodgers right now for the number 7 pick and Darren Waller, you'd be mad.
Well, I wouldn't be mad, but like, I don't know.
I feel like you can do
they
better.
The options for next year for the Packers are either Rodgers comes back or you start Jordan Love. And the best way to get Jordan Love some help is to get that number 7 pick, draft a solid, lineman.
Yeah. Okay.
or a
No, I'm not saying
receiver
anything
that
with
you-
number
no.
7 pick. I'm just saying Darren Waller
It's a
is
solid
what, I
weapon.
think he's 29.
31.
He's
I think it's 30 or
31.
29. I don't know.
He's
Here, let me look.
29 or
area.
30.
What-
I don't think he's 31, but
In that area,
He's-
I mean, it's
yeah,
solid. He's a solid weapon if he stays healthy.
he's getting old and he's had injury history his entire career. And that does not age well. Injury history does not age well. Also, Cowboys are expected to place the franchise tag on Tony Pollard per
Saw that.
Tony Pauline.
Way to cite your
Waller's,
source, Zach.
Waller's 30 and a half.
It's from GPA Football, who posted it according to Tony Pauline.
Okay.
It really
So,
set my
again,
source.
Waller's
talk about-
30.
30 and a half.
You don't say and a half. He's 30 years
Well,
old.
Okay,
No.
30 and it's like 0.43.
He's
probably,
30.
0.4.
He is 30 years
he's
old.
30. You stop using like anything
When you're,
after the
like,
whole
7.
number. Yeah, like 7 or 8. That's when you stop
Well, I
at like
missed
the whole
that.
number.
How old are you? 8.5. That's fine. Whatever. But
Yeah.
no.
If you get
Well,
to like,
Jared, you're-
how old are you? I'm 19 and a half. You're like, all right, you're kind of weird.
I am 19 and a half. Well, Jared, it's also your birthday month. So we gotta
Almost,
get
honestly. What is it? February, March? I got like 3 months away.
ready. We have to get ready. But
Almost big 21.
yeah, Waller's old. Although he still is a top tier athlete at tight end. Not interested. And it's like the Packers. Tunyon. I don't think Tunyon's been terrible. I mean, I don't think Tunyon's a top tight end, but like I think he's
Oh,
been in
wait.
the middle of the pack.
What happened to that
Jared,
14
is-
touchdown season or whatever? 12 touchdown season.
Jared, that was just
You
that
know,
was
as a
that was
freak.
just one of those seasons.
Just
That was
break
gonna
out,
regress.
Jared, is this when you said Aaron Rodgers was going into isolation before, you talked about where he goes into 4 days in a small house in complete darkness?
Complete darkness. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I just saw this.
Yeah.
I've actually
Complete
heard
darkness.
I've actually heard I've like watched or listened to a few podcasts. I think that where people have done that and they said it actually like you figure out so much stuff once you get over like the being in darkness thing or whatever. So we'll see if it works for him. We can try
just kinda
try it over summer and document it on Instagram or something.
There you go.
It's a method. If it works, I mean, more power to him. But it's like
See what-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, why don't the Packers? You got to keep Tunyon stays, and then Mercedes Lewis stays, and then you have DeGuara, the other secret weapon at tight end.
Secret
Is
weapon, huh?
Tunyon really
want?
worth
That's like calling Mo Alley Cox a secret weapon.
I'd rather have
Good
Mo
one.
Alley Cox than Josiah DeGuara.
Yeah. What about Jelani? Jared,
Jelani's
worth
our
a
starter
second.
next year.
Worth a second in Dynasty.
Oh, it went from a first to a second now, huh? Oh,
Oh,
weird.
and a third.
Weird.
Jared,
Now
the
we
price
show,
can
now
go
Drew
up.
shows his
No.
true cards of how he overvalues players. And he
Jelani Woods is
tries
going to
to
be one of those
squeeze as
guys that
much.
Drew hypes up preseason and then trades him right before the season and just says he sucks like during the season. He'll be one of those guys.
No, that doesn't happen.
Yep.
The worst trade so
It
far
happened
last
this year.
Surprisingly, the worst trade was not from me or Drew, Zach. It was from you.
For me, what's the trade?
The DeAndre Hopkins trade?
Oh, yeah, I got fleeced on that.
Wasn't it Rashawn Bateman? Was that it?
Yeah, Bateman
Yeah, it
for
was straight
Hopkins.
up.
I remember just looking at the trade, and then I was talking with other people in the league, and we were like, "Wow, how did Zach get Bateman for that?" Like people around the league thought Zach won the trade. I mean, maybe it wasn't you, Jared,
Yeah.
but like me talking to others, we thought Zach won the trade.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing was, Bateman was supposed to have a huge year, and he kind of got
Yeah.
injured, so
Supposed to, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
their quarterback
but
situation was pretty weird too.
yeah, and with Hopkins, I mean, he's 30, so
Mm-hmm.
at least they get
I mean,
a few
Devontae
years hoping
Adams
that
is-
Bateman turns into something.
Devontae
Adams
Adams
is
is what?
29,
30, 29.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, this age receiver is getting it's getting pretty old, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's same thing with quarterbacks. We're seeing
Same thing,
Rodgers and
Yep.
Brady, all them are retiring, and then in come Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen
Three of the
Hurts. all
four.
that.
I know we said this
Yeah.
last week. 3 of the 4 quarterbacks in the championship were on the rookie deal. So I mean, it's a new generation now.
Yeah.
It's insane. No, I had another trade that happened that in Zach's league this year that was I thought was gonna be league changing for me, and it just ended up being whole bunch of nothing. It was I got Cortland Sutton, and I give up Chase Claypool in a second in 2025.
Claypool
You
in
still
a
lost
second.
that trade. You gave up a second.
Yeah, but I ended up getting seconds, 2 seconds and Devontae Smith for Pittman. So I from the same guy. So I
That's a
ended up.
mistake, Drew. Wait till Pittman is top 5 receiver next year. Ooh,
Oh, stop it!
such a mistake.
Stop,
Dude.
it.
You got to have faith in your players.
Is
right?
this like when you tell us Quentin Nelson? I love that was the clip.
the
got
clip
up this
that I
morning with
chose?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you chose it.
I did choose it because he is the top lineman in the league. Look at the stats.
Wait,
The
you
stats back
chose
it
it. Wait,
up.
that's why you chose it? I thought you chose it just to be funny.
No, I chose it. I chose it because it was a good clip of who we thought the best lineman in the league was.
Oh,
and
so
it's
wait,
Quentin Nelson.
you actually think Quentin Nelson's the best
It's
lineman
not
in the
Quentin
league?
Nelson.
What makes
Oh.
you say it's not?
I
What
thought
makes
it
you
was
say
a
it's not?
joke.
Without being,
Taking into
having recency bias. What makes you think he's not?
taking into account positional value,
Yes, good.
because
Do
guards
you want
are
to say the best guard in the league? Do you want to say that?
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
But guard is the least valuable offensive line position.
Well, there's only 3 offensive line positions.
Not center, Zach?
Yeah. No, center is second. It goes tackle, center, then guard. Because your center is the guy who calls out coverages. He's the leader of the line, kind of.
Oh, okay. If you're talking from, I thought we were talking. So you're talking from an overall lineman perspective, not right? Because you can get away maybe with
Yeah.
okay.
Well, so name 3 other linemen that are better than Quentin Nelson then.
Trent Williams, Johnson.
You can make the argument. Lane Johnson, I don't know. He's not even the best on his team.
I'll take
Jason
Kelsey.
Kelsey, Lane Johnson,
They're both not
Trent
better.
Trent Williams. Yep.
I
Yeah,
would
they
say
are.
Kelsey and Williams have a solid argument to be better. I don't think Lane Johnson's better than
Lane
Quentin Nelson
Johnson's
yet.
given up, was it 1 sack in the last 2 years or something?
And Quentin Nelson's given up 6 sacks in the last 5 years.
Lane Johnson's a tackle. It's way
That's
harder.
hard. It's hard
Yeah.
to not give up sacks.
I'm looking this up.
Okay. What about even
I look up
I-
Quentin Nelson's
mm.
sacks. It says 0 because he's never sacked a quarterback.
Nice. Because we have Lane
He's
Johnson,
allowed-
Trent Williams,
so-
for sure. And
So Quentin Nelson was drafted in 2018. So he was on his 5th year this year, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And he's given up 5 sacks. That's 1 sack per year.
Okay.
And that's on, it just said, offensive snaps played 1,148. So 5 divided by 1,148. He's averaging 0.004 sacks per play.
Just
doesn't
I
get much better
zoned
than
out
that.
for all that and didn't listen to any other.
I
So he
zoned
has-
in for it. It doesn't matter.
5
Zach. It
sacks.
was one of those irrelevant sacks. Or
How?
stats.
Okay.
5 sacks in 5 seasons? You can't argue that.
But he
That's
broke
one
it
of the
down
best
per
in the
play,
league.
Zach, to give you a per play basis of how
Per
many
play,
sacks.
yeah. Yeah.
0.0 was it 0.004?
0.0043. Yeah.
0.0043. Okay. But I think so Joel Bitonio of Cleveland, right? Or like Zach Martin of Dallas,
Not
both
better.
like were AP all they were the AP first team all pro guards.
Because Quentin Nelson had a down year. Oh, their team had a down year. Their whole offensive line was terrible except for him. That's why he
So
got
you would take
overshadowed.
Nelson over Bitonio. I mean, obviously you would if you're gonna
This year,
choose
no,
one.
but career wise so far, yeah, 100%. I'd take Nelson. I mean, players have down years. Rodgers,
No,
I mean,
I-
had a down
yeah,
year. He was
yeah.
still pretty good, you know. Players have bad years.
What'd you guys think about like players voting on like, or was Jacobs? Was it not Jacobs was voted like the number 1 running back by his peers?
Because it's recency bias. That's all it is. Like he had one good year.
I
You need
was
to look
kind
at
of
Derrick
surprised
Henry.
like
Someone who's
Henry was
been
lower. Yeah,
consistent. Yeah, exactly. Look at Henry. Look at Eckler. Oh, there goes Zach.
he's back.
Is he?
Why
there
did
he
I
is.
just get booted out?
I don't
My
know. man.
internet's
You left.
fine.
Whoa!
No, I didn't leave.
There you go.
Oh, did you hear what we're talking about, Zach? We're talking about Josh or we're talking
Yeah.
about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
Josh-
I heard everything.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why he's above like Henry and Eckler and McCaffrey, players that have been consistent. I mean, McCaffrey was hurt, but other players that have been consistently up there throughout the last few years. Josh Jacobs was not much last year. Now he was great.
Or even
this
Nick
year.
Chubb.
Yeah.
How is he higher than Nick Chubb? Right? Nick
Mhm.
Chubb from like a on the field, right? This wasn't even like fantasy. This is about like on the field talent. Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
from a talent
I don't know.
perspective, has to be if
Mhm.
you know top 2. Right? Was he second?
Yeah.
But like I think I'm taking him over Jacobs is my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, you can't. It's all recency. I mean, I think you guys have that too a little bit. I know for sure Zach does, but like recency bias plays in a huge factor.
Hey, hold
and
on.
You
Why
are
me?
recent. You know
Why
that.
me?
Zach, come
Nice.
on.
That was
You
good.
saying Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey are both better than Quentin Nelson because he had one bad year?
Oh, I agreed with Zach.
Of course you did. So you
Yeah.
too. Just because their team is in the Super Bowl this year and you're watching them more, you don't
Well,
watch.
they're
You
not.
probably haven't watched a single Colts game this year.
Aren't you a little biased then? Because
Yeah, hold on
you're
here.
a Colts fan.
No, listen. So here's the thing. I've watched every Colts game this year, and
Hold
I
on,
watched
hold
a
on.
lot of Eagles
Am I
games
wrong,
because
though?
they're in the Super Bowl. Well, I'm
Am I
biased,
wrong?
yeah, but I'm not. I watch both teams play. You don't watch the Colts play. So that's
I watched
my
him play like
argument there.
twice and I wanted to like puke.
Well,
so
they were
I
both on
quit
prime
watching him.
time, and they were.
I
terrible.
watched the greatest primetime game ever this year of the Colts. So
Hey,
I mean,
that clip of KJ Hamler came out because of that game. So, just saying, of him throwing his helmet.
okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to head out, Drew.
Jared's got to head out. Yeah, we'll talk to you again. We'll be back around next Tuesday, around the same time. Jared's got to head out, so thank you, Jared, for stopping in, and we'll have you back, of course, next week for more Colts talk.
Eagles 34-28. All right.
34-27.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Chiefs, what is it going to be, like 28-24?
Oh, that's still the over, Drew. Right?
Yeah.
50. Yeah, that's still the over.
52. It's whatever. Whatever.
Yeah,
Vegas
close.
made a good line. I'll give him that. All right. See you, Jared.
Yep. See ya.
All right, Zach. So the plan is going to be next week. What we're going to do, I'm going to have a timer up, and we're going to see how long it takes Jared to bring up Colts. We're going to take plays right now. What do you think? I'll write it down. How long do you think it'll take
Colts?
him? Yeah, to bring up the Colts next week.
Within a minute 30 seconds.
Minute 30 seconds. Okay. For you, I'm writing this down. Zach, I'll go. Look, it was 4 minutes today. It's usually 4 to 5 minutes, I feel. It's got to be. I'll say the 3 minute 45 second mark.
So What do we get if we win?
I don't know. Just bragging rights.
Oh, that's lame.
Well, it's
I thought we're-
something I want
I
to.
thought we were actually betting for something here.
No, you're gonna need Jared for that. Well, Jared, how much do we talk Colts? Like 10, 15 minutes? Like a third of, or
I don't know. Not that long.
well, how about we talk some Packers? We didn't really get to talk Packers. We got other than Aaron Rodgers, which again, it's similar thing every year. So it wasn't like we're talking about brand new stuff. Like I've been trying to look through like cut candidates for the Packers, like more of them. But is there really like is like Josiah DeGuara? Like is he probably like one of the top ones?
I
If
don't
not the-
see them. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Pull it up. Okay. Well, I'll give you the synopsis right now before you pull it up. DeGuara, you'd save like 1.1 mil if you cut him, right? I mean, small amount, and
I think it really depends what happens with Rodgers because
Yeah, 'cause
that
that-
would affect their cap a lot. Well, not I guess not a lot, but it would be enough to get them in the positive.
because they're going to restructure a lot of it to move to next year, right? The dead cap.
Yeah, I could see there's probably gonna be quite a few restructures. I know I saw a graphic where it's like David Bakhtiari, Kenny Clark, and Jair. If they all restructure, then they could fit Rodgers without like cutting anybody. But
They'll restructure, like I like Bakhtiari will obviously like I think that's like that like those three will probably. I mean, I feel like that's almost a lock to have those three restructure. I still bring up the question with Jones, but honestly, that could be something that could be changed too. I
Yeah.
feel like
Well, I
Jones
mean,
would probably be there.
here's the one issue with like restructuring is like if you look at Adrian Amos, he has a nearly $8 million cap hit, and he's not even gonna be on the team next year.
So
Just
yeah,
'cause
I mean,
he's restructured in the past, so now that's what restructuring
that-
literally is. It's pushing the cap hit down the road, and that's why the Saints would be in
now look at them
negative 100 million or something like that. Yeah.
because they want to compete with Breeze, of course, and when they had the shot. But like my point is, Zach, if you restructure to the future, Rodgers is going to be off the books for sure. You'll have Jordan Love still
On his second contract.
second contract now. Yeah, now it's kind of not getting as ideal, but like if you would have had Love playing earlier, wouldn't have been as big of a deal if you rolled it over more into the future. But there's a lot of like Cobb, like there's a little hit there's a cap hit there.
Cobb might retire. That's what
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
Yeah, I mean a lot of questions with the Packers. Do you have any? I want to go back to the Super Bowl though. Here, like, are there any player props you're looking at, Zach? Like, I know you might not be like,
Nope, I retired from betting.
like it's official. So like you're not even like the 0.5 line. Are you taking the over? Like, do I get an over for you? I'm joking.
The what?
But-
0.5 completion?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely under.
0.5 yards.
He's not hitting it. Yeah, no
There
way.
are people. Yeah, okay. No, but I wonder because Edwards-Helaire will probably be back. It sounds. I'd imagine
just-
Kadarius. Go
during
ahead.
the first part of this podcast, I was making the parlay graphics. That's what I've been doing the whole podcast, pretty much, is making graphics. But let's see what I got here. What did I cook up? You got Patrick Mahomes over the completions, obviously. Boston Scott
Lock.
over 7.5 rushing yards. He's gotten 6 carries both the games so far this postseason. Jake Elliott over 2.5 extra points. Jalen Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay, so you're betting on the game script. You're betting on a lot. Basically, at least 21 points put up by Philly.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I think
You're
could happen. I mean, they put up, 38 against San Francisco or 33, whatever it was,
Yeah.
35.
What's Gainwell's lineup? If you can look when you're include Gainwell.
No, I didn't have Gainwell. I had McKinnon under 19.5 rushing yards. The last
I
two
like
playoff
that.
games, he's had 7 and 6 carries, and he's totaled 12 yards.
Plus, isn't Edwards-Helaire? He's
or
gonna play. It sounds like.
4 and 6 carries, I think, in total, like 12 yards, something. You said Gainwell, right?
Yeah.
He's at 19.5 for rushing, 11.5 for receiving, and 34.5 for combined. Which that could be
He's
another
gotten
rushing
good volume.
because he's at 12 and 14 carries. So
He's gotten really nice volume in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders has been used as his usage has been weird in the postseason. I feel like, I mean, it's been a lot of like he's gotten like some of the mech carries, like the second and the third, like the second and long or the second and mid. Like he hasn't gotten like a lot of those important, relevant carries, that you want if you're like DFS or if you're taking like fantasy points in this one or whatnot.
yeah, I mean, I think that they're just trying to get a good rotation, keep them all, keep all of them healthy, and keep all of them ready.
I'm thinking more, I don't think Sanders will be part of the team next year unless he comes back cheap. I'm thinking like
Oh no,
Gainwell and Scott run the show.
well, I don't know about that.
And they obviously are going to draft someone if that happens, or if they bring someone in.
Yeah, I don't think it's just going to be them because Boston Scott's what 27, 28, something like that. Which I guess that's not like he can
terrible.
Still, yeah, but
I mean, we're kind of stuck waiting right now. We're like in the off-season limbo. Like when we talk like the cap stuff, when we talk free agent, we're like March 15th. We still have to wait for. We still have to wait 5-6 weeks. This isn't so. It's okay, but
I mean, we got a Super Bowl this week.
Yeah, we do, and I have my Kansas City Chiefs, and you have your Philadelphia Eagles. So, I guess you got anything else you want to touch on here? Jared kind of ditched us.
No, not really. I guess.
Yeah. At J2M Football again, TikTok. You can see the touchdown draft Zach and I did versus each other and a lot of other content. I did make some questionable calls. I should have taken Dotson. Like I knew right after I took McLaurin, I was like, oh, Dotson and more. And then like the Zeke one. But you got Jamal Williams. That was kind of unfair. End rant.
Well, my second one. No, you can't say that. I had who else did I have? I had two guys, Antonio Gibson, and who's the one receiver I had? I knew this time, I think I added a receiver or something to get to the 90. I still missed.
That's just fair. And I'll be doing the 90 touchdown challenge. You'll see that up. Hopefully I can win this challenge. I honestly, I was like, when you got the number you had, I was like, I'll beat, this is going to be easy to beat. And then I go through it and I'm like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I had Traylon Burks. I had one receiver and a quarterback spot left, and I got the Titans. Like, who was I supposed to pick?
Yeah, you got Josh Downs. Yes. No, you got dealt a bad hand there.
Yeah.
But it was.
Oh, no, I got the Titans there. I already had Derrick Henry. So I got him for a second time.
I had that on a basketball draft. I had it was like, what was it, like 3 Lakers, or I had like 2 Lakers out of like 5, and I was like, are you kidding me? I had 3 Cowboys in the, or 2 or 3 Cowboys in the touchdown. It was whatever. But yeah, go check that out. And again, at True Sports Crew, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. You can find that, and we'll be sticking again to this this Tuesday time here, 4:15ish start, and we'll keep you posted if anything changes that. But that'll wrap it up here for Zach Roush and myself, Drew Skyberg, and Jared Vleski. So thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Drew Sports Crew, the journey to $1 million, the perfect podcast for you.